What's up, YouTube? This is JG from FnAwesomeGaming, and I just downloaded the NCAA 13 demo for the PS3. Now, first things first, I'm not at Slick Rick's house, so I don't have the PVR, so I was unable to record my game. But I still wanted to come to you guys and just tell you what my first impressions are after playing the game. We will have a gameplay up, hopefully by this weekend, with the gameplay in it, and then we'll talk about it some more. But at first glance, I played like 3 or 4 games. I've tried out the Heisman mode, I tried out the Dynasty mode, and at first glance, I came up with a list of pros and cons, about 9 apiece. So I'll start with the cons, man. The first thing that I noticed is that the game seems way too easy. I know that the difficulty can be changed and adjusted and stuff, and that's to preference, but for me it just seemed incredibly easy. For example, I played LSU versus Bama. First I played the Heisman mode with RG3, and in 2 games of that I threw for over 400 yards in both games and threw 5 touchdowns in both games. So it was pretty easy. And then I played a game, LSU versus Bama, and I won. I was LSU, and I won 35-7 against Bama on 3-minute quarters. So if I don't know, it's like I'm good at the game, but still, I shouldn't be beating Alabama 35-7 on 3-minute quarters. Next thing I noticed, which also has to do with it being too easy, is it's very easy to throw across your body. It was easy with RG3, and I figured that was just because it's RG3. But also the quarterback for LSU, number 8, I think he's like Zach Mettenberger or something like that. I was throwing across my body with him with ease as well. So I just feel like maybe something needs to be adjusted there, because I was rolling to my right and throwing back across to the left and throwing darts. So I mean, that needs to be looked at, I think, because it shouldn't be that easy to throw across your body. Another thing that I noticed is the blocking is still not very good. The run blocking actually seemed easier, but it always seems easy in the demo, and then in the real game you can never run the ball. But pass blocking was just terrible. In my opinion, it just wasn't that good. The D-line is extremely fast off the ball. I couldn't even get outside of the pocket with RG3. I couldn't run the ball with RG3. And there's not very much, if any, downfield blocking. So the blocking still needs to be worked on. Another thing I noticed, and this will be to some people's, some people won't like this. There's still warping in the game. The DBs still warp into space. They do look back at the ball, but they still warp to the ball. If they're out of position, EA puts them back in position still. So I didn't really like that. Also, something that really bothers us at FnAweSomeGaming is the accessories, the socks. NCAA continues to put low socks on every person, and I don't like that. There's not, from what I can tell, I didn't see any different types of sock choices. The knee bands are still being worn around the calves. Elbow bands are iffy. A con slash maybe pro that I noticed is playing with the Heisman mode with RG3. He has his correct hair. He has the dreads that are short. But he's the only person in the game that I saw that. The rest of the people that had dreads had the long predator looking dreads, and I don't understand that. This is why I listed this as a con, is because why can RG3 have those dreads, but the regular players can't have those dreads? They're not just RG3s. There's plenty of people that have that same style of hair, so I feel like they need to step up on that. Also, the game is still ice skating. The running while it has improved and I listed that as a pro, it still feels like you're skating, especially when you do jukes. Another con, throwing animation. I just feel like after playing 2K football so much and seeing like how quick the release is and how they stand tall in the pocket and get the ball out, I feel like EA, especially NCAA, well, Madden does it too. It's like they're winding up to throw a pitch or something when they throw a ball. So that needs to be fixed. And the broadcasting sounds the same. I know I heard that they did the broadcasting different this year, but I heard a lot of the same exact things that I've heard in previous years. Other than the game breaks, the broadcasting seems pretty much the same. Now, with all those cons being said, get on to the pros. There was some pros to this demo that I noticed. First off, the graphics are incredible. The cutscenes are just absolutely beautiful. With the motion blur is actually a nice touch, and Marquise pointed that out. I didn't think the motion blur was going to be good, neither did he, but it's actually a nice touch. The ESPN presentation is very nice. Like, it's down on the bottom of the screen the whole time while you're playing the game. It flashes scores and stuff, and the game break is cool. That's something that's been needed on this game for a while, and it's finally there, so that's nice. The Heisman Challenge seems incredibly cool. I really like the Heisman Challenge. If I get this game, which I probably will, I know one of us are going to get it because we're going to have the rosters for you guys with all the updated names and updated apparel. But the Heisman Challenge might be the single reason why I get this game. And the reason behind that is I want to play with Charlie Ward. I'm a huge Florida State fan, and Charlie Ward is in the Heisman Challenge. So, like, that might be the number one reason why I get this game. Also, there's this thing called I forgot the name of it that they used, but you can hold L2 after the snap and like slow down the game. It could be used as cheesing, but the way I look at it is, like, you know how they say when a player gets older and he matures, the game slows down for him. So I feel like that's what maybe that was, is you know, you can slow down and scan the field and stuff. I mean, it could be cheese move, but we'll just see how people use that. But that's only for the Heisman Challenge. It wasn't in the regular mode. Another pro is the running is starting to be improved. The players were less hunched over. They were still a little bit lungy in their strides, but it's starting to be improved, and you can feel it. Also, the new catching animations are actually noticeable this year. I actually noticed probably 80 to 90% of the passes that I threw, the receivers looked different when they caught the ball than previous years. So, I mean, that's good. The new hot routes are much more relevant this year. They got a lot better routes, and I found myself using those a lot. The new camera angle for Heisman mode, they have a new camera angle for Heisman mode. It's much more closer to the field, but it's like lower. It's like almost eye level. I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression, but it's really nice. I really like the camera angle, and I hope that for defensive positions they have a new camera angle as well. Also, there's new tackle breaking animations. Instead of just standing the guy up and driving your feet through him, they actually have like spins, and you can like fall down and put your hand in the ground and stay up and stuff. So I really like that. And last but not least, the pass trajectories, they're very helpful. To be honest, they did well with the pass trajectories, and I'm happy that that is finally in the game, because it helped me out a lot in the games that I did play. It does take some getting used to, though, if you're not familiar with pass trajectories, which if you play EA games a lot, you're not going to be familiar because it hasn't been there in the past. So yeah, that's my first impressions of the NCAA 13 demo. Like I said, we will have a gameplay out as soon as we can, most likely by this weekend, just to show you guys. And if you played the demo yourself already, just leave a comment down below and let us know how you're feeling about it. And I will catch you guys in the next video.